What if I told you a football legend got rejected 5 times, battled for 8 years, and is now building a $1.3 billion stadium that could change MLS forever? This is the story of David Beckham's Miami Freedom Park, a dream that seemed impossible from the start. For nearly a decade, proposals were crushed by powerful opposition and blocked by politicians. 5 different locations, 8 years of searching. It looked like this stadium would never happen. Then everything changed when new partners emerged and the world's greatest player arrived, transforming Inter Miami overnight. Now, with just weeks until the April 2026 opening, what's rising from the ground is MLS's most ambitious project ever, an entertainment empire featuring the league's largest tensile cable roof, hotels, retail spaces, and Miami's biggest new public park in generations. After 8 years of rejection and political warfare, Miami Freedom Park is finally becoming reality. This is how David Beckham turned the impossible into the inevitable. To understand why Miami Freedom Park is such a big deal, you need to hear about David Beckham's incredible journey to get there. And it all started with a contract clause that nobody thought he'd actually use. Back in 2007, when Beckham signed with LA Galaxy, his manager Simon Fuller added something genius to his contract, an option to buy a future MLS expansion team for just $25 million instead of the usual price. Fast forward to February 2014, and Beckham shocked everyone by exercising that option, creating Miami Beckham United. But there was one massive condition: no stadium deal, no team. So in March 2014, Beckham unveiled his first proposal, a stunning 25,000-seat waterfront stadium at Port Miami, right next to the Miami Heat's arena. The renderings looked incredible, a modern stadium with sweeping canopy roofs, dramatic views of the downtown Miami skyline, and a pedestrian bridge connecting fans directly from Biscayne Boulevard. The location was perfect, right on the water in the heart of downtown. But then the opposition began. Royal Caribbean Cruises, who had their own development plans for the same area, formed the Miami Seaport Alliance, a powerful coalition of port companies and unions. They launched an aggressive campaign with billboards and ads, claiming the stadium would create traffic nightmares and interfere with cruise ship operations. The political pressure became overwhelming. On April 8, 2014, Miami-Dade commissioners refused to relocate a fuel facility that needed to move for the stadium. Just weeks later, commissioners delivered an overwhelming 11-1 vote against the proposal, a decisive political defeat. Beckham didn't give up. Within days, Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Jimenez proposed something ambitious, filling in a deep-water boat slip between the Heat Arena and Museum Park to create a brand new waterfront location. On May 22, 2014, Beckham's team unveiled completely new renderings showing a 20,000-seat stadium that would sit on 4.2 acres of parkland while adding 8.5 acres by filling the water basin. The new designs showed the stadium parallel to Biscayne Boulevard with park connections on 3 sides and dining and retail establishments surrounding it. An unused drawbridge would be converted into a pedestrian park. It looked beautiful on paper, but the problems were massive. Filling a deep water basin would cost $20 million just for the pumping and rock transportation. The land was jointly owned by both the city and county, requiring approval from multiple sets of commissioners. Nearby condo residents complained it would block their ocean views. Critics argued against using public parkland for a private stadium, and Miami's charter required a public vote. By June 2014, rent negotiations had broken down completely. Mayor Thomas Regalado rejected the proposal, marking the second major collapse in just 3 months. After that, the search turned into a string of failures. A site near Marlins Park was rejected by MLS, and a private Overtown proposal collapsed after community backlash over gentrification. By this point, it had been nearly 4 years of searching with 5 different locations and endless political battles. That's when Jorge and Jose Mas, the Miami-based brothers who lead Maztec, a massive construction company, officially joined the ownership group in 2017 and changed everything. In July 2018, Beckham and Maz unveiled the vision for Miami Freedom Park. And this time, it wasn't just a stadium. It was a complete transformation with a 25,000-seat stadium and a 58-acre public park, the largest new park in Miami history. Plus, the owners would pay $20 million annually for 30 years to improve public parks across the entire city. Finally, on April 28, 2022, the Miami City Commission voted 4-1 to approve the 99-year lease. After 8 years of searching, 5 rejections, and political warfare, Beckham had his stadium. But having approval was just the beginning. Now they had to actually build it. So what exactly are they building, and why is everyone calling this the future of MLS stadiums? The design reveals something far more ambitious than just a place to watch football. The centerpiece is the 25,000-seat soccer-specific stadium designed by Miami-based Arquitectonica working with Manica, 2 firms known for creating some of the world's most iconic sports venues. But here's the first surprise. The capacity is deliberately modest. Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium holds 75,000. Even Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium seats 74,000. So why did Miami choose just 25,000? The answer is atmosphere and exclusivity. Smaller venues create tighter, more electric environments where every seat feels close to the action. With Lionel Messi now wearing pink and black, demand is absolutely insane. Ticket prices jumped from $29 to $459 for his debut. Creating scarcity drives prices higher and makes every match feel like an event. The stadium's most distinctive feature is the largest tensile cable canopy roof in Major League Soccer. This isn't a traditional solid roof, it's a lightweight fabric structure suspended by cables based on a spoked wheel design. What makes this design special? The PTFE membrane cladding is semi-transparent, allowing natural light to filter through while providing weather protection from Miami's intense sun and rain. The seating arrangement is specifically engineered for football. A 2-tier bowl with an elevated main concourse ensures excellent sight lines from every seat. One entire sideline is dedicated to premium seating, club seats, suites, and a press box housed in a premium tower. Inside, the fan experience will be completely different from their current temporary home in Fort Lauderdale. Wide concourses replace cramped walkways. State-of-the-art LED screens in every corner provide replays and content. Advanced Wi-Fi connectivity throughout. But here's where Miami Freedom Park gets really interesting. Because this isn't just a stadium, it's a 131-acre entertainment empire designed to operate 365 days a year. The full development will include over 1 million square feet of office, retail, dining, and entertainment space. 3 hotel buildings will provide 750 rooms total, serving both stadium visitors and travelers from nearby Miami International Airport. The Jorge Mas Canosa Park, named after the father of co-owner Jorge Mas, will become Miami's largest new public park at 58 acres. It includes walking loops, community soccer fields, plazas, and green space. Originally, 11 community soccer fields were promised, but the final plans show a minimum of 6, a reduction that created some controversy with local groups. With such massive ambitions on 131 acres, the next question becomes, can they actually build it all? Building a billion-dollar entertainment complex is hard enough. Building it on toxic waste in just 2.5 years while betting everything on one player, that's either genius or complete madness. Construction kicked off in August 2023, when Melreese Golf Course shut down for good. The target, April 4, 2026. Just 30 months to transform a contaminated golf course into MLS's most ambitious project ever. But first, they had to deal with what was buried beneath the surface. The contamination was a nightmare. Environmental testing revealed arsenic levels more than twice the legal limit. Why? Because this land was Miami's trash dumping ground for decades. Old Smoky, the city's municipal incinerator, burned garbage here from the 1920s to the 1970s, leaving up to 10 feet of toxic ash buried underground. When Mayor Francis Suarez saw the test results in August 2019, he immediately shut down the golf course. The cleanup alone could potentially cost $50 million, and Inter Miami's owners committed to paying every penny themselves. Fast forward to November 2025, and the transformation is remarkable. Steel structures are rising, the stadium bowl is taking shape, and massive cranes dominate the skyline. In a symbolic moment, owners Jose Mas, and David Beckham signed one of the final steel beams, inscribed with "Freedom to Dream," before it was lifted into place. Despite this progress, the road hasn't been smooth. The timeline has already slipped once, and not in a small way. When construction began in August 2023, owner Jorge Mas publicly promised a 2025 opening, but by July 2024, that date had quietly shifted to 2026, with no public explanation ever given about what caused the delay. Another flashpoint is the park itself. The 58-acre Jorge Mas Canosa Park was promised to open fully alongside the stadium under the 2018 voter agreement. But in December 2025, officials confirmed it would instead roll out in phases: basic green space in April 2026, playgrounds months later, and sports courts with no firm timeline. Despite the challenges, project officials insist they're on track for April 4th, 2026. The big question: who's paying for all this? Here's where it gets really interesting. The $1.3 billion price tag is being covered 100% through private funding, meaning no city money and no taxpayer dollars are involved in the construction. The ownership group and investment firm Ares Management is betting everything on this project's success. In April 2025, they secured a massive $650 million loan from JP Morgan Chase, which became the biggest construction loan in South Florida that year. The loan is only part of the equation. Under the 99-year lease, Miami Freedom Park will pay the city annual rent starting at just over $4 million, with payments increasing over time based on market value. Over the full term, total rent is projected to reach into the billions. So with construction costs and long-term lease obligations, how does the ownership group expect to make the numbers work? Before Messi arrived, Inter Miami was earning about $50 to $60 million annually, like most mid-tier MLS clubs. But in 2024 alone, that number jumped dramatically to over $200 million, which is almost 4 times what they were making before the world's greatest player put on their pink and black jersey. However, the business model extends far beyond just football revenues. The entertainment spaces across the 131-acre complex are designed to operate year-round, with major tenants already locked in and committed. Because in the end, this project isn't just about a stadium, it's about turning Inter Miami from a football club into a global entertainment brand. So, what do you think? Is this brilliant vision or dangerous gamble? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible football stadium stories.